Hi, and welcome to CryptoBiography. I'm your host, Brandon Starr, and this is episode 198 called Tyra's Tale. And here we go. So, where do you live? Over near the National Forest. Nice. Must be quiet. Yeah, but I like being around people, too. I know what you mean. The bell rang. Let's go. First class. Tyra was nervous. She had never tried to be around people for this long before. She didn't even know who this girl was. She was just pushing herself to be sociable. Middle school, even without all the people, was daunting. She spent a long time preparing, but just couldn't be sure that she could handle the coursework. Not until she tried it. First class was English, Mr. Norton. Tyra, feeling a bit nervous, sat near the back, not wanting to make any sort of splash. Mr. Norton took attendance. Tyra Asterope? He pronounced it Asterope. Here, Mr. Norton, it's pronounced Asterope. Thank you, Ms. Asterope. Oh, of course. That'd be from the Greek, wouldn't it? He had her respect. She told her name to several students and also the school receptionist, and none of them seemed to care to get it right. That's right. Thank you. He made a note on his paper and continued with roll call. It had gone all right, but Tyra still felt embarrassed. She knew that with her name being first, everyone would have been listening when she corrected him. After first class, she walked right to her second, which was math. This time she sat over on the side, mostly because a group of boys who all knew each other were already taking up most of the back. The girl she had spoken with earlier sat next to her. Hi again. Which elementary school did you go to? She asked Tyra. Tyra thought. Roosevelt. The girl frowned in concentration. That one's not around here. Did you move? Yes, Tyra said. We're from Massachusetts. Long ways, the girl said. She had long, dark brown hair and brown eyes and an inquisitive look. I'm Sarah. Tyra, she responded. Like Tyra Banks? I suppose, Tyra said. It's Greek. Nice, Sarah said. Want to have lunch together after third period? Sure, Tyra agreed. Do you have McElroy for U.S. history after this? Sarah shook her head. No, sorry, she said. I've got choir for third period. My history class is in the afternoon. I don't remember who the teacher will be. Okay, Tyra said. Are you buying a lunch or did you bring one? Brought one, Tyra said. Me too, Sarah said. How about we meet by the registers anyway for lunch? Sounds good, Tyra said. The bell rang and the room, which had filled up during their conversation, settled down. Tyra could hardly pay attention. It seemed like she had actually made a friend, a human friend. She could hardly sit still for excitement. They met at lunch, and Tyra found herself nodding along to whatever Sarah said. It was just the two of them. So, one brother, 2 years younger than me. How about you? Sarah asked. Tyra asked. Brothers or sisters? Oh, no brothers or sisters that I know of. Sarah gave a single laugh, then realized Tyra wasn't joking. I see. Parents split up then? Yeah, a long time ago. Oh, well. You seem good. Thanks. You too? Parents still together? Sarah made a face. For now. They argue all the time, though. I haven't told Tom, my brother, Tom, but I think they might split up. Oh, sorry. Well, as long as I get to stay with my mom and not my dad, I'll be okay with it. Really? Your dad's not nice? You could say that. You live with your mom? Yeah, just the two of us. You don't like it? Tyra considered it. I love my mom. I just wish we could be a little closer to other people so I could have more friends and visit and so on, you know? Are you further out than when you were back east? At least yes. Mom likes the country. You could say so. Well, I'll come visit you when I can. Of course I can't drive yet, but I'll get my parents to bring me out there. They're always saying I should find more activities and more people. Besides, one of them will always want to get away from the other one. You seem pretty outgoing to me. Oh, yeah, with one or two people I like. I'm no good in big groups. I clam up. Yeah. Tyra thought she knew what Sarah meant. The rest of the day flew by. Tyra and Sarah had another class together just before school let out, Earth Sciences. They sat by each other in that class as well. Tyra took the bus to the last stop. She got out alone and still had most of a mile to walk to get home. The gravel road was less and less maintained as she walked. Their house wasn't exactly at the end of the road because the road continued and became a service road for the National Forest land just behind their house. But it was so seldom used, even by the forestry officials, that it was just dirt with a few old patches of gravel still hanging around. The house was single-story, very simple, and, due to the efforts of her mother, now reasonably well kept up. Right behind the house was a large creek, which you might even charitably call a river. Tyra eyed it longingly, but walked into the house. Her mother in the kitchen preparing dinner. "Hey, Mom," Tyra said, taking her shoes off and putting her backpack in her room. "How's your day?" "That was the question I had for you," her mom said. "But it was fine." "How was your first day of school? Did you dry out?" "Nope, it was great. I think I made a friend." "Good. And she wants to come over." Her mom paused. "You will remember the rules, won't you?" "Yes." "What's her name?" "Sarah." "Does she seem like a good person?" "Yes." "Okay, then." "Great. So you made it okay without water?" "Yes, but I need to go now." Tyra skipped out the back door and plunged into the water, barefoot, but otherwise not bothering to remove any clothing. Immediately the world changed, and she changed with it. She was all but incorporeal, part of the very water itself. A piece of her wondered why she ever wanted to leave the water at all. She knew that piece of her, and exactly where it came from. It was from Mom's side of the family, from Grandma, the Naiad. And that's the end of the story. I might continue this one. I haven't decided. This is kind of an interesting stopping point for me in some ways, but in some ways I could definitely see continuing with it too. I will consider it and make a decision and then do some writing. I'll either start a new story or we will continue Tyra's tale. I did enjoy writing about her, and it's sort of an interesting situation, so it might very well continue on, but I have to come up with exactly, sort of what twists and turns I want to take from here. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions about this episode or previous episodes, cryptobiography@gmail.com, or hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, and thanks for listening. Words and music, copyright 2021, CryptoBiography LLC, all rights reserved. Characters and events are fictional, fictionalized, or satirical.